Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Brody, and welcome to a new series on my channel called Survival Craft, I guess. Well, I've been starting this series because, as you may have remembered, my my computer got cleaned, and it cleaned out my world, and I couldn't find it. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to play with this instead of my hardcore world and Dead Island and all that stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about Dead Island, it's a reference I used because there are a whole bunch of mobs on the island. So if you want, go check that video out. Go check that whole series out. That was actually pretty fun, and it was anticlimactic at some points, but without further ado, here's my first episode of survival. Wait, let me check what my... Okay, difficulty is normal. We will keep that there, and we're gonna go explore. And I'm playing on 1.8, so they have all the new bunnies and all that good stuff, so maybe we'll get a rabbit in this series. Man, this structure of this world is fairly unique. I didn't use a special seed or anything, just in case you guys are wondering. So this is my... Okay, let's see. I don't know why I opened that up. Let's close out of that. But it is Friday, September... What is today? The 12th? The 12th? That sounds accurate. Today is Friday, September 12th, 2014. So it's the start of the weekend. So I'm gonna beat this cow to death. Hope you all had a good week. I know I had a pretty good week, other than Wednesday. Wednesday I found out that I'm going to have to get surgery, so I'll have surgery October 1st, which is a Wednesday, I believe. So I might not be posting too much around then, because I'm going to be in recovery. But I tore my labrum, which, if you don't know what that is, it is a muscle in your shoulder. So it's not too good, but I figured I probably did. I tore my other labrum last year. So let's get into this. Let's see. Where is... Okay, there's a cow. Oh my gosh, I'm missing so much. Okay. Hey, there you go. Where'd he go? What just happened? Where did he go? That cow is a sorcerer. There we go. That one's dead. There are some piggies up there. I need to eat. I'm running fairly low on food. Okay. That's enough for right now. Ooh. Spawn in chunks. Come on. Ooh, there's some diorite. Maybe we'll make some... maybe we'll make a house out of diorite. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to make my house out of. Let's see. We could make it out of diorite or whatever that other stuff right there is called, or the stuff that kind of looks like copper. I don't know. Ooh, that looks kind of cool up there. But I kind of wanted to touch on a subject today, because a lot of it's starting to go around at our school. Not necessarily to me, but it's starting to affect my friends and affect just other people, whether my friends or not. It's still crappy that it affects people. But the subject I wanted to touch on was bullying. I know it's, if you guys don't want to hear me rant on about this, then by all means you can click out of the video. But just bullying in general has just gotten a lot, I want to say a lot worse in just everywhere, whether it be at school or whether it be just chilling playing some Xbox or any of that. I see a lot of it through cyberbullying, because people are tough and have to bully on a keyboard, which I don't see why. If you bully on a keyboard, you're not proving anything. You're proving you can move your fingers, and that's about it. And through blackmail and just through a whole bunch of different forms, people are just getting bullied all over the place, and it's something that's never going to end. It's pretty much like a drug war. It's never going to end, because every time you every time you put a stop to it with someone else is going to step in and take their spot. So it's something that's never going to end, and I'm not going around saying, "Oh, I blame society. I blame all of that." But our society has gotten a lot worse. Especially since the 90s, I think. This is not really, I guess if you bullying, if you take it as far, oh my lag, if you take it as far as like criminals and bullying, I see that more as deviance and all of that stuff. But if you take it as far as that, I mean, we've had to build twice as many prisons as we have schools since the 90s. I believe the 90s. Sorry if I'm wrong, but I know it's... yeah, I think it's the 90s. But that's just bad. If you have to build... If there are more people doing bad than good in the world, how will we ever succeed? How will we ever get, I guess, the society back to how it should be? Because when I think of society as a society, when I think of a society, I see a whole bunch of people just helping in, putting in a hand, helping each other out. But then if someone says, think about our society, I see our society as pretty much the opposite. Just a whole bunch of greedy people that only care about themselves. Which, I mean, yeah, you gotta care about yourself, but at the same hand, you should probably care about others too, or else everyone's just gonna lose respect for you, if they even have any for you at all. But I feel like our society isn't going to change if just just throw what I just said right there away. Just throw that away. There's a few kids at my school, which I'm not going to name any names. Let's call I don't. Let's call him Steve, because I don't have a Steve at my school. So Steve is sitting with some people at school, and some of the, I guess, less popular people walk by, which I don't see why people judge on popularity either. That's just really stupid. But, okay, say some of the people that aren't looked at as the most popular in our school walk by. This Steve will just give anyone crap, give them crap, and then once you try to give them crap, they just completely get extremely pissed. And if this Steve is like kind of this one of the Steves I'm talking about is kind of my friends. It doesn't matter who you are. He's just gonna pretty much give you crap for what you do. Give you crap no matter what. Call you just rotten names, even in the most serious times. And it's people like that that are just pretty much tearing the society apart, I suppose. I suppose it's not just people like that, but it's a lot of people like that. I'd say 70% of people like that. And you guys might say, oh, it's politicians' fault that our society is the way it is. It's the president's fault. It's Obama's fault. It's everyone's fault. But really, to improve your society, you're not going to have to blame other people, but take a step in and help them, I suppose. Like, not just blame other people. It's kind of like integrity. Integrity is, the definition of integrity is undivided, or a whole. And so we'll just say, okay, this cow right here, I'm going to use it as an example. This cow right here, you hit it once, it's a whole cow, whole hearts, everything. You hit it once, it doesn't break. That's pretty much how our society is. But now, this cow is not have whole hearts, so he doesn't have great integrity, so everyone's not working together. You hit him again, and he's dead. I feel like that's a decent summarization on what I'm trying to say here. I don't know. I'm not the best commentator ever. I suck at it, but I'm going to get better at it. I'm going to get a lot better at it. That way you guys can actually know what I'm talking about. That'd be kind of nice. But back to like bullying and everything. I don't consider myself a bully. Like I try to be as nice as I can to anybody that I meet. And like, yeah, my friends and I, we screw around and just like make fun of each other, like in a fake way though. We don't actually mean anything we say. Why am I lagging so bad, bros? But I've never really seen any use in bullying. I've never really seen, like, I won't go up to someone and say just something absolutely rude that they're not gonna forget. I mean, a lot of bullying, a lot of like messing with people, they're gonna have to forget it. But I just think that people take messing with others way too far. I think people should seriously like kind of lay off of other people. I'm not bullied like bad at all, to be honest. Like I just like I said, my friends and I just mess around. I'm not bullied real bad, which I'm thankful for, because I know that there's people out there that are committing suicide because of bullies. I'm not even close to that far. Like, if I don't get mad easily either, which, I mean, maybe I do get bullied. I just don't really see it because I don't get mad all that easy. Unless you really do something to piss me off. But, like, my worst pet peeve, what I hate the most, what really, I don't know why it makes me so mad, but it really makes me mad, is when people eat Lunchables. No, I'm kidding. Lunchables are freaking delicious. What really makes me mad is when people, like when I'm in the gym lifting and people will put the weights on the rack backwards. That is literally, like, that makes me mad. That makes me more mad than anything in the world. Like, I don't know why, because it's just weight. I just don't like to rearrange it and put it back the way it was, because I have really bad OCD when it comes to weight room. I want all my weights to be picked up. I want them all to be, I want the weight room to be spotless. And when people come in and do that, that just really, I don't know why, it just really makes me mad. I know it's really weird, but it makes me super angry. So, what we've learned from today's video, I guess, is if you're one of those people that put the weights on backwards, I will find you and I will kill you. Anywho, like I was getting back to bullying and all that stuff. I'm not bullied bad by all means. I'm not, like, I've seen people go through bullying. I've seen all that, which is also like alcohol and drugs. I have never once consumed alcohol. I've never once smoked or even chewed or any of that stuff, because I see what it does to people. I see the effects of it, but yet I have a whole bunch of friends that do all that stuff. I don't know why, but I don't know. I just see the effects of it. I see people doing it and it just screwing up their lives. But it's like at my school. Well, my school's not even the worst around us, but like my friends will give me crap if they're drinking and I don't do it. I don't, like, if they offer me a drink or if they offer me like a dip and chew, I won't take it, and then I don't know why, I don't know what possesses them to, but they'll make fun of me for not doing those things. But I don't know, I just find it really pointless. I find drinking, chewing, smoking, any of that stuff, I find it really pointless. I find that I can have a good time without any of it. And why would I drink alcohol when I got like Gamma and all that stuff that I would drink regularly, that it tastes great and it doesn't affect the way I act. Or like water. I don't see why people make fun of others for not doing these illegal things because we're minors. But it's just the way that I guess society has changed. Like back in the day, back in the 50s, it was okay to smoke because they didn't know, I guess they didn't know the health facts. Or I guess the health, what are they called? Health, I don't really want to say deficits, but the health risks of it, I guess, would be how to say it. I don't see why, lag. I don't see why people want to drink. I don't see why these things are even invented if they're going to do harm to you. And if any of you say, "Oh no, you're just paranoid. It won't affect you to have one drink. It won't affect you to have one smoke." It actually does. It affects you more than you would think. With alcohol being your liver and smoking being your lungs, especially like I'm sorry if you're one of these, but there are these there's pot smokers that say, "Oh, marijuana helps me, marijuana heals me," all that stuff. No, that's not even close. I mean, it might put you in a better mood, but it most certainly does not help you. I guess a joint of marijuana is equivalently bad as 5 full cigarettes. So, and they say you lose 2 minutes off your life for every cigarette you smoke. And there's a creeper. If people are like, "Oh, it's only 2 minutes," but then they start smoking, those start adding up and everything, the smokes do. I've known some people in my community to smoke at least a pack a day, which is just insane. A pack a day, I'm not for sure how many cigarettes are in a pack, because I don't really care. I think is it 24, I think, maybe? I don't know. If it is 24, just think of that. 24 times 2, that's 48. 48, a whole week. 48 times 7 is 336, I believe. Yeah, 336. Wait, did I say? Yeah, 48. 336 minutes a week. And there's 1,440 minutes a day. Is that right? 60 times 24. 1440. 1,440 minutes a week. You're almost losing, or a day. You're not losing. You're losing. Okay, I'm stuttering. You're losing about a quarter of a day each day. And my aunt used to smoke 2 packs a day. Like, legitly, I would smoke 2 packs a day. Which, I don't know why. This is just... That's outrageous. Why? I don't even know. But that's almost half a day every day. Which, you smoke 2 packs a day every day. After a week, you've already lost 3.5 days. Which is just completely ridiculous. I don't know if she still smokes. I didn't really talk to that side of the family in a while, just for certain reasons. And I'm not saying if someone smokes you should hate them. I'm just saying you should encourage them to stop, because especially if they're like really close to you, because the last thing I would want to see is a family or a friend die due to this. Due to anything, the last I would want to see is a family or a friend die. Because, you know, it just really sucks if you have family or friends that pass away. I'm sure everyone can agree with me on this, because it just sucks. You're not, after you have a friend die or anything like that, you're not the same person. I had a friend back in 2009 he was a cancer survivor. He fought cancer as a little kid, about I think 4 or 5 years old. And one day, me and one of my other friends were hanging out, and we called him to see if he wanted to come stay the night with us. 2009, I would have been in like 5th grade, 4th or 5th grade, I believe. But we called him to see if he wanted to hang out, and he said he couldn't because he had to go work on his grandparents' farm. And so we're like, all right, whatever. And we had made plans to hang out before our baseball game the next night. And we get a call around 1 o'clock that morning saying that he had died working on the farm. He had been in a four-wheeler accident while he was on the farm, and he was dead. And to this day, I'll never forget that day, because it was just probably one of the worst, if not the worst day of my life. It was just terrible. I remember the dugout at our game was just completely quiet, and nobody said a word the whole game. And it's just something I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna forget it. It's in my brain. It's in my, holy crap. I'm not gonna forget it. But it's terrible when you have a loved one pass, and especially if that were due to alcohol poisoning or liver cancer or lung cancer or any of that. It's just not anything that anybody wants to go through, and I guess that it's just gonna keep showing up in our society, because people aren't gonna stop drinking. They're not gonna stop smoking. I mean, if you were to look at the health risks of it, then you would see that it is terrible. It's terrible for you. And yet people still continue to smoke, still continue to drink, still continue to do other drugs such as heroin, cocaine, crack cocaine, which is basically the same thing. Not completely, though. There's a little bit of baking soda and water, baking powder and water involved in that. Don't ask me how I know. I've done research on drugs for projects and everything, just to show the risks and everything of drugs. So if you're like, oh, he's a hypocrite because he's telling us not to use drugs, but then he's using them. No, I've never done any of it. I never plan to. I'm happy with how I'm doing without it, so I'm never going to use it. But I think this is where we will end off today's episode. Didn't really get much done today, just kind of still exploring for a place to live. But today's video is more of a kind of a serious topic, more rather than a episode of me screwing around. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I'd appreciate a like on this video, and maybe a favorite if you're feeling it. If not, I understand. But if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Nah, you don't have to. But I hope you all enjoy. I am Brody. This has been episode 1 of Survival Craft, and I am out. Peace, guys.